Arsenal, after suffering continued injuries among their defenders, have decided to sign Mark Guehi from Crystal Palace in January. Arsenal have taken a firm and strategic decision in the January transfer window after continuing to struggle with injuries in their defensive department, with the North London club now determined to sign Crystal Palace captain Mark Guehi as a solution to their growing problems at the back. The move reflects both urgency and long-term planning as Mikel Arteta's side look to protect their ambitions in domestic and European competitions. The Gunners' defensive unit has been stretched to its limits in recent weeks. A combination of muscle injuries, fitness setbacks, and a congested fixture schedule has forced Arteta to frequently reshuffle his backline. While Arsenal started the season with one of the strongest defensive records in the Premier League, that solidity has gradually been tested as key defenders have spent time on the treatment table. This instability has raised concerns within the club's technical staff and board, prompting decisive action in the transfer market. Mark Guehi has emerged as the ideal candidate to reinforce Arsenal's defence. The 24-year-old England international has been one of the Premier League's most consistent centre-backs since joining Crystal Palace. As club captain, Guehi has shown leadership beyond his years, combining calmness on the ball with strong positional awareness and excellent reading of the game. These qualities align perfectly with Arteta's philosophy, which demands defenders who are comfortable building from the back while remaining disciplined without the ball. Arsenal's interest in Guehi is not new. The club has monitored his progress closely over the past few seasons, impressed by his maturity, reliability, and ability to perform under pressure. However, the current injury crisis has accelerated Arsenal's plans, turning long-term admiration into immediate action. Sources close to the club suggest Arsenal believe Guehi can make an instant impact while also becoming a cornerstone of their defence for years to come. From a tactical standpoint, Guehi would offer Arteta valuable flexibility. He is capable of playing on either side of central defence, an important asset given Arsenal's tactical rotations and demanding schedule. His pace allows him to recover quickly when defending high up the pitch, while his composure under pressure helps Arsenal maintain control in possession. In addition, his experience as a captain at Crystal Palace could bring leadership and authority to Arsenal's backline, particularly during high-pressure moments. Negotiations, however, are expected to be challenging. Crystal Palace view Guehi as a key figure in their project and are reluctant to lose their captain midway through the season. Their defensive structure is built around him, and his departure would be a significant setback. As a result, Arsenal may need to submit a substantial offer to convince Palace to negotiate seriously. Arsenal are aware that January deals often come at a premium, but they are prepared to invest to secure the right profile. For Guehi, a move to Arsenal would represent a major step forward in his career. Joining the Emirates Stadium would give him the opportunity to compete for major trophies, challenge for the Premier League title, and play regular European football. Working under Arteta, a manager known for developing defenders, could further elevate Guehi's game and strengthen his place in the England national team ahead of future international tournaments. Inside the Arsenal dressing room, the potential signing is believed to be viewed positively. Senior players understand the importance of squad depth and competition, especially during the most demanding phase of the season. With injuries disrupting consistency, the arrival of an established Premier League defender could restore stability and confidence at a crucial time. For the club's leadership, this move would also serve as a statement of intent, showing that Arsenal are unwilling to let injuries derail their progress. More broadly, the pursuit of Mark Guehi highlights Arsenal's evolution as a club. In previous seasons, defensive injuries might have been managed with short-term solutions. Now, Arsenal are acting decisively, using the transfer market to strengthen key areas and sustain momentum. Targeting Guehi reflects a commitment to smart recruitment, signing players who combine quality, experience, adaptability, and long-term value. As January progresses, Arsenal supporters will follow developments closely, aware that the outcome of this pursuit could shape the remainder of the season. Defensive solidity will be crucial in tight league matches and high-stakes European encounters. By moving for Mark Guehi, Arsenal are sending a clear message. They are serious about their ambitions and prepared to act boldly when challenges arise. In the weeks ahead, attention will focus on negotiations between the two clubs and Guehi's response to Arsenal's interest. Should the deal be completed, it could become one of the most important signings of Arsenal's January window, born out of necessity but driven by ambition. What is clear is that Arsenal, facing defensive injuries, have chosen action over hesitation, with Mark Guehi at the centre of their plans. Another news: Arsenal step up preparations ahead of crucial Brighton clash. Arsenal's training ground at London Colney was alive with intensity, focus and quiet confidence as Mikel Arteta and his squad continued their preparations ahead of the highly anticipated Premier League clash against Brighton and Hove Albion. With the season reaching a decisive phase, every drill, every instruction and every movement on the pitch carried added importance. The morning session began under calm skies, but there was nothing relaxed about the tempo Arsenal set. From the moment the players stepped onto the grass, it was clear that Arteta had one message for his squad: precision, hunger, and unity. Brighton may be known for their fluid football and tactical discipline, but Arsenal are determined to impose their own identity and control the contest from the first whistle. Arteta was heavily involved throughout the session, frequently stopping play to fine-tune positioning and movement. His instructions echoed across the training pitch as he demanded sharp transitions, quick passing combinations and aggressive pressing, all key elements needed to disrupt Brighton's well-drilled system. The warm-up phase quickly gave way to high-intensity rondos, where Arsenal's midfielders showcased their technical quality and awareness. Declan Rice, central to Arsenal's structure, dictated tempo and provided leadership, while Martin Ødegaard operated with his usual elegance, constantly scanning the pitch and encouraging teammates. The Norwegian captain's energy and communication were particularly noticeable, underlining his growing influence within the squad. Wide areas received special attention during the session. Bukayo Saka and Gabriel Martinelli worked tirelessly on one-on-one drills, focusing on beating defenders and delivering decisive final balls. Brighton's defensive shape is known to be compact, and Arteta clearly wants his wingers to stretch the pitch and create overloads that can open spaces in dangerous zones. In attack, Arsenal's forwards rehearsed pressing triggers and finishing scenarios. Quick combinations around the penalty area were repeated over and over, emphasising sharp movement and ruthless execution. The coaching staff encouraged forwards to shoot early, anticipating Brighton's tendency to build from the back and occasionally leave spaces behind their defensive line. Defensively, Arsenal's backline was put through structured drills aimed at maintaining discipline and concentration. Brighton's ability to rotate positions and overload midfield areas has troubled many teams, but Arteta drilled his defenders on communication and compactness. William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes worked in tandem, showing composure and authority, while the fullbacks focused on balancing their attacking contributions with defensive responsibility. Goalkeepers were not left out of the demanding session. With Brighton often testing opponents through quick counter-attacks and long-range efforts, Arsenal's goalkeepers faced a barrage of shots and crossing drills. The emphasis was on decision-making, command of the box, and quick distribution to initiate counter-attacks. Beyond tactics and physical preparation, there was a strong sense of togetherness throughout the session. Players encouraged one another, shared brief moments of laughter, and displayed a collective determination that has become a hallmark of Arteta's Arsenal. The coaching staff monitored workloads carefully, ensuring that intensity remained high without risking fatigue or injury. As the session drew to a close, Arteta gathered his players for a brief talk. While the specifics remained private, his body language suggested clarity and belief. He knows Brighton will be a stern test, a side capable of unsettling even the strongest opponents. But he also knows Arsenal's potential when focus and execution align. With training complete, Arsenal left the pitch knowing that preparation is only half the battle. The real test will come on match day, where discipline, courage and intelligence will be required to overcome a dangerous Brighton side. For Arteta and his players, the message is clear. This is a moment to step forward, to show maturity and to prove that Arsenal are ready to handle the pressures of the Premier League's biggest stages. As anticipation builds, Arsenal fans will take comfort in what they see from the training ground, a squad united, driven and fully committed to delivering a performance worthy of their ambitions against Brighton.